Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Native English. Today, we're diving into something that's going to seriously transform the way you learn English.
Yep, we've created a step-by-step weekly plan that focuses on the 5 must-have skills: reading, writing, listening, speaking, and vocabulary building. No fluff, just results. When I say no fluff, I mean we're cutting out anything unnecessary. You won't get overwhelmed with pointless exercises or confusing advice. Everything we include is useful.
And honestly, if you've got internet access, a pen, and a notebook, you're already halfway there. This plan is simple, practical, and super easy to follow.
Whether you're a total beginner or just feeling stuck trying to improve, this is perfect for you. No more feeling lost wondering what to do next, or wasting hours searching for random tips online.
You'll get a clear day-by-day structure that takes all the guesswork out of learning English. It's like having a personal coach, but free.
And speaking of free, we're also recommending some awesome tools that don't cost a dime. That means they're completely free.
Plus, this plan is flexible. Busy schedule? No problem. Tons of free time? Even better. You can adapt it to fit your life, and you don't need fancy gadgets. Just a little motivation.
Imagine this. By the end of the week, you're not just learning random words or phrases. You're actually building skills that work together.
And let's be real. We all need structure to stay consistent. This plan isn't about cramming, which is when you try to learn too much in a short time. It's all about steady, manageable progress.
So if you're tired of feeling stuck, this is your chance to reset and take control. We'll guide you every step of the way.
So let's get started.
Monday, focus on reading. All right, let's jump into your Monday plan. This one's all about improving your reading skills.
Yeah, you can explore so many options. For example, news articles, blogs, or even websites specifically designed for learners.
One of my favorite tools for beginners is Breaking News English. It's perfect because the articles are short, easy to understand, and they even come with different levels of difficulty. So, if you're just starting out, you can choose the simplest one and work your way up.
And they also provide audio recordings of the articles. That's super helpful because you can hear how words are pronounced while you read along.
And if you're more into books, I'd like to share a tip. If you come across a word you don't know, don't stop and look it up right away. Instead, guess its meaning based on the context and look up the word you don't know after you finish reading. This helps to improve your reading and comprehension skills.
Oh, and don't forget about audiobooks like those on Audible. Listening while you read can help you get used to natural intonation and rhythm.
For an extra challenge, try shadowing. That's when you read a book or article out loud while mimicking the rhythm and pronunciation of a native speaker. It's a bit tricky at first, but it works wonders for fluency.
That's such a great tip. And remember, it's not about speed. Focus on understanding the meaning and enjoying the process. Reading is one of the best ways to expand your vocabulary and boost your confidence in English.
Tuesday, focus on writing. All right, it's Tuesday, and it's all about writing. Don't worry if writing feels tough at first. We'll guide you step by step.
Yeah, writing can seem intimidating, but trust me, it's easier than you think once you start small. Let's begin with something simple, a daily journal. Just write about your day yesterday, what you did, who you talked to, or even what you ate.
Exactly. You can start with just a few sentences. For example, yesterday, I went to the park. It was sunny. I played soccer with my friends. See? Simple. Keep your sentences short and clear.
And if you want to write about your plans, use the future tense. Like, tomorrow, I will go shopping. I need to buy a new jacket. This way, you practice both past and future tense.
Another fun idea? Summarize what you read yesterday. Maybe it was a news article or a book. Just write what you remember, even if it's a short paragraph. Something like, I read about a new technology that helps people save energy. It was really interesting.
That's great practice. And if you're not sure about grammar or spelling, don't stress. Use tools like Grammarly or Language Tool to help you. They'll point out mistakes and give suggestions.
Oh, and here's a tip. Write comments on English YouTube videos. It's a great way to practice writing in a more casual style. If you ask questions or share thoughts, we'd love to give you responses. Plus, you already watch YouTube, so why not use it to your advantage?
Yes, it's a good idea to comment under the videos you are interested in so that you have more ideas and you receive more responses from people similar to you, which will boost your self-confidence. Come on, no one here knows you. You can say anything.
And for organizing your writing, apps like Google Docs or Evernote are lifesavers. They keep everything neat and easy to find.
One more tip. Try speaking while writing. Use dictation apps like speech notes. Just say what's in your mind, and the app will type it for you. It's a great way to connect speaking and writing skills.
That's so true. And don't forget to enjoy the process. Writing is about expressing yourself. Even if it's just a few lines, you're improving every day.
Wednesday. Focus on listening. Let's move on to Wednesday. This day is all about listening. If you're serious about improving your listening skills, we've got some awesome tips for you.
For sure. One of the best ways to improve listening is by watching English TV shows. If you can, watch them with subtitles. That way, you're improving both your listening and reading skills at the same time.
Oh, and don't just watch anything. Pick shows that are fun and engaging. You can learn a lot from how native speakers talk in everyday situations. And if you get stuck on any words, the subtitles are there to help.
Another great activity is to listen to songs in English. Pay close attention to the lyrics. It's a fun way to improve your listening and also boost your vocabulary.
Yep, songs are full of natural expressions and phrases. You might even pick up some slang. So, find songs you like and try to follow along with the lyrics.
If you're reading a book, you can listen to the audiobook version as well. It's a great way to hear the pronunciation of words you might not be sure about. Plus, you get to experience the story in a different way.
That's such a good point. Audiobooks are perfect for listening practice, especially for improving your vocabulary. You can even listen to them while you're doing other things like walking or cooking. And if you really want to take your listening to the next level, check out the Audible app for audiobooks. They've got a huge collection of books in English, and listening to them will help with both your vocabulary and your listening skills.
One tool I really like for listening is YouTube. You can find tons of free content in English, anything from tutorials to vlogs to podcasts. Here's a cool extra tip for Netflix users. Get the language learning with Netflix extension. It gives you interactive subtitles, and you can click on unfamiliar words to learn them. It's like learning on the go.
That's so useful, especially for those of us who watch Netflix a lot. It helps you learn new words while still enjoying the show. So remember, watching TV, listening to music, and audiobooks are all great ways to practice listening. Keep at it, and you'll notice improvement soon.
Thursday, focus on speaking. Now, let's talk about Thursday, your speaking day. Speaking is probably the hardest skill to practice, but don't worry. We've got some great tips to help you improve.
That's right. The best way to get better at speaking is to actually speak with someone. If you can find a native speaker, like a tutor or a conversation partner, that's perfect.
If you don't have a tutor available, no problem. You can still practice by narrating your day. Just talk about what you're doing out loud. It might feel a bit strange at first, but it's super helpful for getting comfortable with speaking in English.
Yeah, it's like practicing for a real conversation. You can describe your morning routine, talk about what you see around you, or even explain your plans for the day. It doesn't matter. Just get used to speaking.
And one awesome technique is shadowing. This means you watch or listen to a TV show or audiobook, then repeat what the speakers say, trying to match their tone, rhythm, and pronunciation.
Shadowing is fantastic because it helps with pronunciation and fluency. You're basically practicing real-life speaking patterns, which is exactly what you want.
For speaking practice with native speakers, I recommend using apps like HelloTalk or Tandem. These are great for chatting with people around the world, and you can practice speaking anytime.
HelloTalk and Tandem let you chat with language partners, and some of them even offer voice calls. If you're a little shy at first, just start with text and work your way up to voice messages.
Another tool I love is SpeechLink. It lets you record yourself speaking, and then you get feedback from professional tutors. It's a great way to track your progress and make sure you're on the right track.
For an extra tip, try using a mirror. You can practice speaking in front of it to help with your confidence. Or you can record yourself and listen back to hear how you're improving over time.
Speaking in front of a mirror can feel a bit awkward, but it's great for practicing body language and pronunciation. So, don't skip this.
Speaking is a big part of learning a language, so make sure you keep practicing. Whether you're speaking with a partner, narrating your life, or shadowing, you're on the right path. Friday. Focus on vocabulary. Finally, let's move to Friday, your vocabulary day. By now, you've practiced reading, writing, listening, and speaking. Today, we're going to focus on boosting your vocabulary.
Exactly. Vocabulary is key to improving your overall language skills. The first step is to review all the new words you've learned during the week. Go through them and see how much you remember.
One great way to memorize new words is by using flashcards. You can create your own physical flashcards, or use an app like Quizlet or Anki to make digital ones. They're both perfect for this.
Quizlet and Anki are awesome for reviewing vocabulary. They use something called spaced repetition, which means they'll show you words at intervals, so you remember them for longer.
If you haven't used Memrise yet, give it a try. It's another app that helps with spaced repetition, and it's really fun too. Plus, it includes some interactive features that make learning more engaging.
And don't forget Google Translate. It's not just for translating, but also for pronunciation practice. You can click on the speaker icon next to the word, and it will pronounce it for you. It's a quick way to get your pronunciation right.
Another helpful tip is to practice making sentences with the new words you learn. The more you use them, the better they'll stick. Try to use them in real-life situations or write a short paragraph.
That's such a good idea. You can even challenge yourself to make a sentence using 5 new words you've learned. It's a fun way to reinforce them.
And remember, consistency is key. Try to review your vocabulary at least a few times a week. You'll be amazed at how much you remember over time.
Yeah, vocabulary is a game changer when it comes to expressing yourself clearly. So make sure to keep building your word bank every week.
Now, we can't forget the weekend. After a busy week of focused study, the weekend is a great time to refresh and prepare for the next week.
Absolutely. First, take some time to find new materials for the upcoming week. Whether it's a new video, TV show, or book, switching it up keeps things exciting.
Yeah, it's important to modify your study plan to fit your needs. If you feel like you need more practice in one area, spend a little more time there, but keep the overall structure consistent.
And don't forget to review your vocabulary regularly over the weekend. Even if you just go over your flashcards or reread your notes, it helps keep the words fresh in your mind.
On the other hand, if you feel tired or overwhelmed, take a break. It's okay to rest and give your brain some time to absorb all the new information you've learned.
True, balance is important. If you feel like you're hitting a wall or have reached a plateau, try language immersion. Surround yourself with English outside of study time. Change your phone's language to English, read news in English, or watch English videos.
Immersion is a great way to naturally soak up the language, even when you're not actively studying. It's like learning without feeling like you're working.
Exactly. And that wraps up our episode for today. We hope this plan helps you make real progress in your English journey.
Remember, it's not about perfection. It's about consistency. Stick to this plan, modify it as needed, and you'll see great results over time.
Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to review and refresh over the weekend. And we'll see you next time with more tips to level up your English.